Test, test. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Raw Law Unfiltered with your host, the DUI Guy Plus. Sorry about that. I was having a little bit of a mic issue. I just wanted to welcome our newest members, Karen Swan and Arsenal 1931 Zinni. That hurt, baby. Do you want to okay, she wants everybody to see her. She's like, look at me. I am a popular DUI kitty. I am a popular kitty too. Please pay attention to me. She's like, no. All right. You can sit on my lap if you'd like. I think she missed me. She really did. I think she missed me a lot. Look at this. I love her so much. Yeah, so Harvey Weinstein, eh? Found guilty. Pretty much called it. Pretty much called it literally to the T with 100% accuracy. He's going to be found guilty of some. They're going to hang on another, and they're going to find him not guilty of some others. That's literally exactly what I said. If you don't believe me, check out my previous videos on Harvey Weinstein. It's all recorded. Check out my tweets. Check out my video. I'll take the W. I'll definitely take the W. Her name is Zinnia, Kath. Her name is Zinnia. But those claws, when they come out, whoo! You do not want to be messing with this kitty. I need to cut them. I think I need to trim them, not cut them. I need to trim them, because I haven't trimmed them in a while. Well, cut, trim, same thing. Never declaw your pets. This is a PSA. Do not, do not, do not. That is torture. How would you like if we were to tear off your fingernails at the joint, basically? Or not fingernails, like your tips of your finger at the joint. That's how it feels. Probably. Don't do it. Absolutely don't do it. It's literal torture. People used to do it because they didn't know any better. Now we know better. Don't do it. Absolutely horrendous. Hi, Lisa Hanlon. So yeah, today you're getting a DUI guy for a treefer. Somebody asked me, like, what's a treefer? And I said, to plant in the ground. Anyway, you're getting the DUI guy for 3 streams today. I'm just making up for all the streams that you've missed out on the weekend, right? So Harvey Weinstein was found guilty on Monday. This was yesterday. 1 count of rape, 2 counts of sexual assault. So they started with 11 counts, if you remember. They started with 11 counts. The prosecutor mid-trial dropped 4 out of the 11. 4 out of the 11 were dropped mysteriously. I think it's because one of the witnesses that they were going to call to testify was either unavailable, or like her story didn't match up, or just something reeked about her testimony. The prosecutor was like, I'm not calling her to the stand. So they were left with 7 charges halfway through the trial. No explanation. To this day, I don't think we have an explanation. We may after yesterday. And out of the 7, he was found guilty of 1 count of rape, 2 counts of sexual assault. They acquitted of 1 count of sexual battery. And the other 3 counts they hung on. They couldn't decide. This is literally exactly what I said. He's going to get acquitted on some, convicted on others, and they're going to hang on. And I didn't know what the breakdown was going to be, but it's almost like 3-1-3, it feels like. 3 guilty, 1 not guilty, 3 hung, which is a decent result. They don't need to convict on every single one. And by the way, when I was in the courtroom, I can tell you the witness that I saw, I mean, she did not look credible at all. She looked like a ditzy. I was just following him around like a little lost puppy dog. And I'm like, oh, come on, lady. Like, I'm sorry, but you are like such a terrible face for it. I don't know why I would have skipped her testimony completely. She was one of the uncharged ones for good reason. She was like Jane Doe number 4, I think, or 5, I forget. There's a TikToker by the name of JK Ultra, by the way, who Jen. I met her at the Weinstein trial, and we are actually probably going to do a TikTok collab. We've been talking about it. We've been waiting for the conviction to come through. So definitely be on the lookout for that. That's going to be fun. I don't know if it's going to be on YouTube. I don't know if it's going to be on TikTok. Her following is on TikTok. Her following is on TikTok, and she has 553,000 followers on TikTok. By the way, this is her. Go follow her. Can you see it? There we go. This is her. She's cool as fuck. She's funny. She's straight up. She's no bullshit. She's been following this trial. She's been literally giving TikToks on it pretty much every day. Look at that. 500,000 followers, 4.4 million likes. Each one of her videos gets like, look at that, 7,000, 16,000, 500,000 who shot JFK type videos. So she does a lot of different stuff, but mostly you can see it's Weinstein, 50,000, 30, 30, 20, 30, a million almost. Very nice. She's great. JK Ultra. Here's the link, by the way, for the mods in the chat. If you don't TikTok, then you don't TikTok. It's all good. Absolutely no harm, no foul. But let's get back to the main event. So Harvey Weinstein was found guilty. We talked about it. Weinstein, 70, pled not guilty in both trials, the New York and the Los Angeles. Denies all allegations of non-consensual sex. He's serving a 23-year prison sentence in New York, where he was found guilty in February of 2020. That was the big one, right before the pandemic, of 2 felonies, third-degree rape and first-degree criminal sexual act. In both trials, Weinstein waived his right to take the witness stand. He did not testify in either trial. The jury found Weinstein guilty of 3 counts related to the accuser known as Jane Doe 1, forcible rape, forcible oral copulation, and sexual penetration by foreign object. I was not in the courtroom when Jane Doe 1 testified, but I did see photos of her, and I know who it is. Harvey Weinstein forever destroyed a part of me that night in 2013. I will never get that back. The criminal trial was brutal. Weinstein's lawyers put me through hell on the witness stand, but I knew I had to see this through to the end, and I did, Jane Doe 1 said in a statement. Good for her. The jury found Weinstein not guilty of sexual battery by restraint against the woman known as Jane Doe 2. It was unable to reach a decision on 3 other sexual counts involving women known as Jane Doe 3 and Jane Doe 4. Jane Doe 4's lawyers have identified her to NBC as Jennifer Siebel Newsom, a documentary filmmaker who is married to California Governor Gavin Newsom. So I'm sorry, when I said Jane Doe, I meant Jane Doe 5. Jane Doe 5 was the uncharged one. Or maybe it was 6. I don't know. There were so many. This dude is fucking vile. I swear to God. He's disgusting. He's absolutely disgusting. And he's not long for this earth. Anyway, they wheeled him in. He uses a wheelchair. I don't think he can walk. I've seen him with photos of him in a walker. I don't know if they're like staged or not, but I mean, the dude doesn't have much left on this earth. And you know what? I don't feel bad. She was one of 44 witnesses for the prosecution who testified, breaking down in tears as she described the night Weinstein is alleged to have raped her in Beverly Hills hotel suite. 44 witnesses. That's crazy. In a statement after the verdict, not all victims, by the way. Some were women and men and film directors and others who have come forward to bolster the witness's testimony, like friends, family, etc. Don't forget to like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel. In a statement after the verdict, Siebel Newsom said in part, Harvey Weinstein will never be able to rape another woman. He will spend the rest of his life behind bars where he belongs. Harvey Weinstein is a serial predator, and what he did was rape. Gavin Newsom said he was incredibly proud of my wife and all the brave women who came forward to share the truth and uplift countless survivors who cannot. When the guilty verdicts were read, Weinstein looked down at a table and appeared to put his head in his hands. He then looked straight ahead as the rest of the verdicts were read aloud. Harvey is obviously disappointed in the verdict, said Weinstein spokesman Judah Engelmeyer, contending that Jane Doe 1's account do not make sense. Engelmeyer added that Harvey is grateful for the jury's work on the other counts and he's going to continue his legal fight. Sounds like an appeal is in the water. Jurors are expected to return to the courthouse on Tuesday to hear arguments on aggravating factors. So that was today. Depending on how they decide, Weinstein could face a maximum of 18 to 24 years in prison. The trial took on higher stakes after the New York State Court of Appeals agreed in August to allow Weinstein to appeal his 2020 conviction. So that is currently being appealed in New York. LA County District Attorney George Gascon thanked the jurors for their service and hailed the accusers who came forward. No offense, George, you need to fucking tone it down. Your demeanor in court, like that cockiness, the brashness that you're just like, I'm like the hottest shits in sliced bread, doesn't favor the prosecution. Tone it down, be more human, have a little bit more humility. Talking to you and your assistant, by the way. Both of you, or the assistant county attorney or assistant DA, whatever you call it in Los Angeles, probably DAs. Tone it down, bro. Like, for real. I'm not even joking. This is me, like, lawyer to lawyer, professional to professional talking. Like, I watched you work, and this cockiness that you're just like walking around the courtroom. Like, it's one thing to walk around and own the place like the defense usually does. You have no business doing that. Relax, bro. Relax your ass, man. Remember that quote from Kevin Hart? Relax your ass, man. Seriously. I'm not joking. I think it would behoove you and make you a better litigator. I want to thank the survivors in this case who exhibited extraordinary bravery in a case that put them in the national spotlight, Gascon said. Reporting sexual assault is never easy. Subjecting oneself to, at times, brutal cross-examination can be re-traumatizing and extraordinarily painful. I stand in awe of their fearlessness, he added. They deserve better than the system had given them. In opening statements, LA prosecutors portrayed Weinstein as a relentless sexual predator who lorded his status as the most powerful man in Hollywood over the women he abused. Weinstein lawyer Mark Worksman, by the way, did a phenomenal job. Shout out to you, Mark. Countered that the accusers engaged in consensual and transactional sexual conduct with his client, accusing them of reframing their experiences as abuse in the wake of the Me Too movement. I don't know. It's a very hard defense to prove. The defense called 6 people to testify. In the 1990s and 2000s, Weinstein and his younger brother Bob were titans of the movie business, producing seminal films like Pulp Fiction and distributing Oscar-winning dramas like Shakespeare in Love and The King's Speech. Weinstein is on trial 5 years after the New York Times and the New Yorker first published explosive investigations into allegations of a pattern of sexual misconduct. The stories inspired a wider reckoning with abuses of power in entertainment and other high-profile industries that quickly became known as the Me Too movement. So there you have it. Yeah, it's over for him. Well, today I guess we would find out what his sentence was, sentencing Weinstein, if they found aggravating factors. Let's see. Oh, jury deadlocks on the harsher penalties. They can't decide. Surprise, surprise. That was 2 hours ago, hour and a half ago. The jury in the LA trial deadlocked on Tuesday on 2 sentencing factors that could lead to a longer prison term on the rape and sexual assault charges. Because they could not reach a unanimous decision on those factors, he's looking at a maximum of 18 years, not instead of 24. Okay, well, there you have it. There's the update. So I'm glad we did this today, and I don't have to do a follow-up video because I don't want to talk about him anymore. He's not worth my time or your time. Aggravating factors, said the jury agreed he could be looking at up to 24. Yep. Okay, so it's just rehashing of the, there you go. The more you know. So, yeah, I appreciate you all very much. Thank you for joining me for a treefer with the DY guy. And I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great night, folks, or morning, or afternoon, or whatever the hell you are. I guess for some of you, it's already tomorrow. Holy shit, it's tomorrow? I gotta go. Bye.